Hi everybody, it's me Maria with Nail Nation and Nail Nation 3000. Just doing a quick tutorial on a design that when I posted it on my Facebook, I had a request, so I wanted to go ahead and do this while I still had it on the other nails. So what I did was I removed it from the thumb, and I'm going to show you how there. Before we get started, I just want to show you what I used. Use a really true bright red like this one, not a blue based red which is a little darker, if you want to get this effect. This is China Glaze Vermilion. For the silver striping, I used OPIDS Radiance, and Sally Hansen's Extreme City Girl is a really close silver to this if you're looking for something very close. You'll need black polish and a striping brush, or a black striping polish like this one. And this is just black, you know, from Art Club. And what I used to do the detail work inside of the black stripes, I actually made this, but you can probably find something silver, or you can use something close, but you can mix black and silver and get something kind of similar to this. And this is just a black striping brush. I'm going to get as close as possible so you can see what I'm doing. So first, after you let your base color dry completely, you're going to take your black striper polish or your striping brush with polish, and diagonally you're going to take the brush and go across with one line, kind of off center just a little, and then your other line is going to be a little closer to the center, like this. And then you're just going to take your brush and you're going to fill in that space. And it's going to look something like this. And so you're going to want to let this dry a little bit at least. It doesn't have to be completely dry, but it does need to be set and kind of tacky to the touch so that you don't smear. Okay, so now that this polish has set, you're going to take your striping color or striper brush that will be in the place of this, and you're going to draw little vine-like patterns on the nail, and it's really just a series of little curves where the points come up to the end, and they don't have to be super perfect. This is also really good using different colors like browns and mauves and purples and stuff to create like a vintage look. It's the same sort of concept. So I'm just going to make some curves like this. And you can play with it. Each nail doesn't need to be the same at all. You just make them come in different directions. And this is difficult to see on camera. So I'm going to also do this on paper. Okay, so now that I've done this here, I want to show you these lines. Okay, now that we have done it on the thumb, I want to show you on a piece of paper so that you can see more clearly what I was doing to create that look. That is just to represent our black line. I'm not going to fill it in because I want you to be able to see it. You'll then take your striper brush or striping tool, and you'll create small vine-like patterns on the nail. And they can vary each nail. They don't have to always connect. They don't have to be perfect. They can be short, they can be long. You can make them, you know, a little wide, even. And they, you know, they don't have to be identical on each nail at all. And you just kind of fill in your little lines like this. So hopefully this will help you see a little bit more clearly, because the colors, it's a little more difficult to see it. It's a little difficult to see it as you go because we are using black. So this is what we did. And I'll leave this here for now too, so that if you're going along with the video, you can use it as a guide. Then you're going to take something like this, or a paper plate. Do not use foam plates for this because the polish eats through them. You're just going to take a little bit of your silver, and then you're going to take your striper brush or tool that you may use to stripe. Some people have different ways of doing it. And then you're going to take the polish and you're going to saturate your striper brush because you want to make sure it's not dry on any side. And then on one side, which is the side closest to your left, you're going to pull one stripe of silver, and it's not going to be as thick as the next stripe. Just like this. And then you're going to take more of your polish, and you want to start just a touch inside your black so that you don't go too far into your red. And you're going to do a similar stripe as your first one, but then you're going to take your polish and go a little further across. And just so you know, I'm glad that this little nick is here. If you get a tiny little bit of your silver in your black, just take your striper or a dot tool or a toothpick and just very gently erase it. That's always an option. You can always do corrections. It does not have to be, you know, full-fledged starting over. So then we're going to take our Spectraflare striper or your silvers or your mix that you may have made, which you might be doing on this. And then you're just going to take this and put one thin line of this color through the center of your larger silver line. And that is exactly how simple this design is. So now you're just going to put top coat on, and you'll be completely done. And you can also do other little details such as dotting and things like that around it if you really want to just add more detail. But this is our end result. And see, it's really simple. Not all designs that look difficult are really all that hard. And hopefully you can see the pattern in there. And it's just that simple. And you can do this type of design by polishing sideways the whole side of the nail and doing the design. There's lots of things you can do with this. But this is just a fun example of how to use it. So hopefully this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.